In just 6 weeks, more people died in Nanking than the entire death toll of Hurricane Katrina, 9/11, and the Pearl Harbor attack combined. December 13, 1937. The streets of Nanking fell silent as Japanese troops marched through its gates. What followed wasn't just warfare, it was systematic extermination that would haunt humanity forever. The soldiers moved with ruthless efficiency, but this wasn't a military operation. It was a feast of violence. They divided the city into sectors, hunting civilians like prey. Men were rounded up in groups of hundreds, told they were being taken for labor. But instead, they were led to the city's outskirts, forced to dig their own graves before being shot, stabbed, or buried alive. The Japanese soldiers turned murder into a game. They held contests to see who could kill the most Chinese using only their swords. Winners were celebrated in Japanese newspapers. One soldier, Toshiaki Mukai, bragged about beheading 106 people himself. His commander congratulated him. But the horror went deeper. Babies were bayoneted for sport. Elderly men were used for sword practice. Prisoners were doused in water and left to freeze in the winter cold. Bodies filled the streets so completely that Japanese troops couldn't move their tanks without crushing corpses beneath. The women of Nanking faced an even more terrifying fate. Japanese soldiers broke into homes, dragging out females aged 8 to 70. They were taken to comfort stations, a euphemism for rape centers. Those who resisted were killed on sight. Fathers who tried to protect their daughters were executed. Mothers who tried to shield their children were shot. The Yangtze River, once a symbol of Chinese civilization, turned crimson. Bodies were dumped there by the thousands. Survivors later recalled seeing the river clogged with corpses, so many that people could walk across the water on the backs of the dead. A few brave souls tried to help. John Rubb, a German businessman and Nazi Party member, established a safety zone that saved 200,000 lives. He wrote in his diary, "No other word but hell describes this city tonight." Even a Nazi was horrified by what he witnessed. The Japanese military maintained strict control over photography and journalism. But a few hidden cameras captured the truth. These photographs, smuggled out by brave individuals, would later shake the world. They showed piles of heads, rows of violated women, and streets literally running with blood. When the killing finally stopped in February 1938, Nanking was a ghost city. The exact death toll remains disputed. Chinese sources cite 300,000, while some Japanese scholars argue for lower numbers. But the brutality is undeniable. Perhaps most chilling is how this atrocity was nearly erased from history. Japanese textbooks minimized or omitted it entirely. Many perpetrators were never punished. Some even rose to positions of power in post-war Japan. Today, the Nanking Massacre stands as a dark reminder of humanity's capacity for evil. The victims' screams may have fallen silent, but their story echoes through time, demanding to be heard. Because in those 6 weeks of hell, Nanking didn't just lose its people, it lost its soul to a darkness that still haunts us today.